Long before face tattoos became a popular thing within the rap scene, Soulja Slim was already a decade in with what was known then as simply a cross tattoo between the eyes. And where some people thought it might have been a cool thing to do, it actually represented a much darker side of Slim.
The cross between the eyes, and did Soulja Slim start that?
The cross period, like, but did Slim start that shit or the cross before?
Yeah, he started out here.
My first time seeing it probably was Slim. Not saying that wasn't doing it before Slim, but my first time seeing it was from Slim.
It's hard to, clarify when people say starting something, you feel me?
I had an OG in my hood named Brian, you know what I'm saying? He had this cross in his face and I never knew. I always wanted to know what it was about.
You can't really go back to it because we really don't know who Slim basically got it from or what made him do that.
That's the originator, dog, and I gotta give it to Slim. Even though I'm pretty more than sure, they probably had some street, probably had it before Slim.
But I would say that he's the person that popularized it to let everybody know that, what it meant and what it stood for, you feel me?
Slim, the first time I laid my eyes on it, it was Soulja. Streets, I think it was Streets maybe.
Soulja Sign between my eyebrows, so you know I'm about drama. Got a little bit of something about to be a big time.
He put it in his lyrics and what it meant to him, you feel me? Soulja Sign in between my eyes, so you know I'm about drama. And that's still for, standing on business. In the new terms of words, standing on business, that means he was about whatever and he signed up for whatever it is, you feel me?
In 2026, we should all know what the teardrop on the side of the eye means. And it's a strong indication to be cautious when interacting with such people. But if you thought the teardrop represented respect, wait until you hear what the Soulja Sign actually means.
And then you have the cross on your forehead.
Well, that's the Soulja Sign. That's the compass, north, south, east, west.
That's the compass.
It means it's a little more to it. You can Google it. The Soulja Sign, but it means a little more than just that. But it is a compass.
It's a Soulja Sign. It's like you got the teardrops. You got to get that business, and it's kind of like a stamp that you official. Like it's a stamp, like you certified.
I won't disclose the meaning of what it means, but it's a Soulja Sign. The teardrops, people be like, are you a killer? And I tell them that's not what the teardrops stand for. They stand for being forever in sorrow. Most killers have them behind kills. You know what I'm saying? Some people have them because they done lost a loved one.
It's a Soulja Sign. I mean, it ain't nothing pussy if it's a soldier involved in it. You know what I'm saying? It's a Soulja Sign. So if you start thinking about it, like it's something that wasn't always around. So if you can start putting two and two together, you see the cross and you start seeing the type of who got that bitch, and you a street, and you looking at the who got that bitch like, oh, all right, I know what that means.
You know what it stands for?
No.
You know what it means?
No. No.
After you put this many up, you go get your Soulja Sign. Soulja Sign between my eyebrow, you got one too. That means you're a soldier because you make choppers move.
They got too many to have teardrops. You ever go in and drop that Soulja Sign in between your eyes, you know what I'm saying? Because if you get teardrops, your whole face gonna be lit up fucking with some of these.
So the cross is basically like a calculation of teardrops.
Yeah, that's how I look at it. It's like niggas with multiple teardrops. They qualify for the Soulja Sign.
You ever heard Kevin Gates' explanation of it? He called it the soldier cross. You know, like somebody get a teardrop. He said the cross means you ain't got enough space on your face to get that many teardrops, so you just get a cross that says. OG Murder explained it and said the same thing, and I didn't say that to him. I didn't mention that shit to him.
Well, they might have a better understanding for why as that than me, you feel me? Because I'm not big on tattoos, you feel me? I don't have no tattoos, you feel me? And I tried to skate up under the radar and be, kind of opposite as what, the narrative is of most things that I grew up around or was inherited in, stuff like that. Because I didn't want to identify myself as a member into something or just automatically get included to something, because I'm already considered Magnolia leaving no matter where I go, you feel me?
You know what I'm saying? That's when it meant something, but like, nah, it's just a fucking fashion. You know what I'm saying? Nah, it's just a tattoo, but it used to mean you certified. Like, you get that business and you with the shits.
Now that we know what it means and who established it within our era, let's take a look into the lives of some of the guys who wore the Soulja Sign and where they are today.
I fuck with Slim.
So you knew him?
Yeah. Fucking right on that shit. I got this whole article on my side. You hear me? Put that knife on you, put that gack on you. You hear me? For real, you see, I got the knife in the gack.
What's his name? 21 Savage. He said there's a knife in front of his head.
What does the cross on your forehead signify? It's a knife.
Which you knowing 21 and being close to 21, is that a cross between his eyes?
Yes, that's a cross. It's basically a sword. You know, that's his way of, you know, of they term of flipping the Magnolia and the Soulja Sign thing, a sword. You feel me?
My other little brother Tay-Man died, and I got the knife tattoo right here. That's just some shit we came up with. It's like a secret meaning that can't nobody really know about.
So like when all that shit was just like the it's a knife thing was going on and
Nah,
shit.
see, really this actually for somebody, it's a sentimental thing behind this though.
Yeah, the brother, right?
Right.
Okay.
So that's why they got in remembrance of him.
This comes from pain, from hurt. And everything has a significant meaning, such as the Soulja Sign. Most people think it's a cross.
The man he identified is Slugger Morris.
Yes, that was him. The reason I know him because he got that tattoo right here.
That tattoo, looks like a New Orleans Saints symbol in the middle of his head.
Morris's nickname is Slugger, and while his rap sheet dates back to his days in New Orleans, according to court documents, Morris is one of the founding members of a notorious street gang known as the International Robbing Crew.
The saint symbol that Slugger wore closely resembled the Soulja Sign. It was possibly motivated by the cross because Slugger and Slim were in the presence of each other several times before Soulja departed, and Slugger's actions at that time were reminiscent of Soulja Slim's lyrics.
War banging on a slick of 25 and shit. Better watch out, bullets don't have no name and you might get your way split. Soulja Sign between my eyebrows so you know I'm about drama.
Slugger Morris is currently here in Atlanta's Fulton County Jail, awaiting trial on 3 counts of murder. Prosecutors say his gang may be responsible for as many as 8 murders.
With the Soulja Slim effect being so powerful in New Orleans, made the Soulja Sign official in the city, and some of the first to follow suit were the closest to Slim, including his blood cousin, King Mike.
First of all, it's my family. That's my blood, you know what I'm saying? You know, Uncle Lip, you know what I'm talking about, Cousin Soulja. The polar side.
That's a cross?
Yeah.
Let me see.
Yeah, I been got mine.
Say, bro, and what's I see Lil Real One. I see, was that a Cutthroat thing or what's the significance? Okay.
You know, like I said, I did juvenile life, and I was really wild. It was a drought, and I just was robbing people. I fell in love with the thrill, the power. You know what I'm saying? I was young, I never had the power when I first, and when I first felt it, I said, man, I love this. You know what I'm saying?
So how old were you at the time?
I was like about 13.
After Soulja Slim left No Limit Records, he started Cutthroat Committee Records, where he signed a roster of talented have-nots who were ready and willing to do whatever for the brand. And wearing the permanent Soulja Sign was a way to show their loyalty.
My Lil Real One, you know what I'm talking about? You holding him now.
He give me that name. That wasn't my name. My street name BG. My name Jeezy. Brandon gets you. Hear me? BG. He'd be like, you can't be BG because they already got a BG. I'm like, oh shit, that's my name.
Magnolia Levy was one out of 3 main members signed to Cutthroat Committee to not wear the Soulja Sign. But Chaotic and Lil Real One never hesitated. Later in the video, Levy will explain why he didn't get it. But for now, let's talk Lil Real One.
Hey, what up, y'all? This is Lil Real One, Cutthroat Committee, if you already know. And right now, we watching and rocking with Video Wayne.
If you were ever a fan of Soulja Slim's legendary Cutthroat Committee, then you're already familiar with who Lil Real One is. He was Soulja Slim's protege, a native to New Orleans East, and the talented rap artist who had signed with what was about to become the world's biggest gangsta rap record label. But after several major turn of events, he's now a permanent resident at Louisiana State Penitentiary, formerly known as Angola Prison.
Motherfuckers don't know where you at, man. Tell me where you at.
I'm in Angola, man, Louisiana State Pen. For the young out there wilding and shit, slinging that iron, this ain't where the fuck you want to be. This ain't shit. Keep that shit in mind, you know what I'm saying? Before you do whatever you do, you hear me? Is this what you want to be doing? You know what I'm saying? Cause motherfucker don't want, this ain't what you want. You want to be free. won't be free.
Brandon Guidry, better known to the world as Lil Real One, grew up in New Orleans East and was native to the area before the hurricane, which means he was made of laws and rules from the old city. But it was his ability to articulate real street life into alluring songs that made him a valuable commodity to Soulja Slim's Cutthroat Committee.
Cause you ain't never seen what I'm saying, you feel what I mean? I done made plenty gangster achievements and sucker agreements. I even asked questions, just while all my homies gotta go. Why they still ain't breeding? Bullshit reasons, that's what the fucking streets be screaming. Hoes be ratting and your dope head partners be fiending. Screwing my sequence, trying to make me unleash the demon. I got a gun and you ain't got none, so the odds uneven. I chastise them and brutalize them on a beautiful evening.
At the end of both their careers with their home labels, BG and Soulja Slim merged companies, each bringing along their own band of New Orleans gangsters and hustlers. Gar, Snipe, and Hakizzle rolled in with BG, while Chaotic, Magnolia Levy, and Lil Real One came in with Slim.
That's my Lil Real One. You know what I'm talking about? He holding him now.
Now officially a member of the Cutthroat Committee brand, Lil Real One began to shine, and in no time became the prince of the label. By articulating and spitting rap bars that was best fit for a grown man, Soulja decided to make Lil Real One the first release from the label.
You speaking about Lil Real One and Slim, the reason why he might have looked out for him like that.
Basically, Slim saw himself in Lil Real One being addicted to and jacking and stuff like that, not having no support system.
Slim said, yeah, I like it. He remind me of me.
He had a good work ethic, but I think the drugs played a part in his situation too, you feel me?
With the ability to carry his own weight and being first up the bat within the merger, Lil Real One was on solid foundation to change his life. But the fast-paced, always active environment of Cutthroat Committee came with the cost.
You gotta think about, man, them dudes was going through what they was going through, you feel me? They thinking that rap shit about to take them off. Nigga, I killed the head. When you chop the head off a snake, what happened?
Most of my niggas dead, all of my niggas want it. Ever since Slim got killed, my soul been feeling haunted.
Ever since Slim got killed, my soul been feeling haunted, right? Do you ever still get visions or thoughts or nightmares or dreams about Slim? Can you share anything that you go through as far as that?
It's just like the feeling of being robbed out of your opportunity. Cause like, ain't nothing can tell me that it wasn't on. You hear me? Like I can't explain the feeling. You hear me? Like, hey nigga, we about to blow. You know what I'm saying? It's the feeling like we about to blow, and you just know. You hear me? Everything fall into place, and then you got a motherfucker still at away from you. You know what I'm saying? You got a motherfucker still away from you right in front of your face. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, that's my Lil Real One. You know what I'm talking about? He holding him now.
So you know, with Slim getting, passing it took a lot on Lil Real One, you know what I'm saying? Free Lil Real One, man.
On March 21st, 2015, Lil Real One was arrested for murder, and 7 months later, he was convicted and sentenced to life.
Now, I'm gonna tell you what I thought before we get off, and I'm gonna tell you what I thought initially, right before it was explained to me. I thought it was something spiritually behind it, and people who get that, they life automatically just get fucked up. Because I saw Lil Real One had it, and I was like, I wonder if he had that before all that craziness in his life, or, Lil Real One got a big one too. He got a huge one. Him and Chaotic.
Yeah, I think it's like almost like something you signed up for. You feel me? You sign up for certain lifestyles and things that you know that you grow up around. You feel me? That's basically like when people think of Willow Street, they mostly think of killers. You feel me? And growing up, and that's what we inherited. Like, oh man, I'm off of Willow. I got to be about that pistol play. Play with me. I got to show him I'm a. You feel me? Not saying that that's a good thing, but that's what I thought growing up. Like everybody from Willow who I know and who I looked up to was known for slinging iron, and that was just something that I couldn't let other people before me down about. You feel me? Like,
have you ever seen any of those guys with that tattoo on their face?
What, Soulja Sign?
Yeah.
Yeah. You have people like Six Shot got a SBOGT sign. You feel me? All of them inherited something, and me as a younger person hanging with them, I always was in a rush to get old to get that type of stuff. And just so happened when I got to a certain age, I was like, nah, I don't want to do that. And I also had my dad in my life. You feel me? So I had a father figure in my life that'll try to give me the guidance that I needed. And